Good morning, folks. I wanted to just quickly go through some of this urinary system stuff with you. So if this were the anterior view, this would be the left kidney. This is the renal artery coming in off of the aorta. This is the renal vein going out into the inferior vena cava. Around each kidney there's a fibrous capsule that sort of protects it, keeps it safe, gives it shape. Inside there are a couple layers of tissues. There's an outer cortex and there's an inner medulla. There's a lot of stuff in here. The medulla consists of a lot of other smaller structures, so if there's ever an arrow in here somewhere, the answer won't be medulla. It'll be the specific structure that's at the end of the arrow. So if we start on the outside, there's the boundary between the cortex and the medulla. This is where we will find nephrons. Each nephron has a collecting duct, and they will all merge to form these things called pyramids, which come together like tributaries in a river to form minor structures, and then major structures, which all converge at the pelvis, and then urine will flow down and out through the ureter. This opening here is called the hilus or the hilum. If we take a look a little bit more like this, here are couple nephrons right here. The boundary between the cortex and the medulla would be right here. And if we take a look at this one, this would be the afferent arteriole or the afferent arteriole, the arriver. I always use the A in afferent or afferent to help me remember that it arrives. This is the glomerulus, the capillary network within the capsule. And this is the efferent or efferent arteriole. And I always use the E in efferent or efferent to help me remember that it exits. This would be the proximal convoluted tubule, a little bit lighter green. This would be the descending limb of the loop. This would be the ascending limb of the loop. This would be the distal convoluted tubule, and this would be the collecting duct that's shared with probably several other nephrons. You can see where those things merge. Around the nephron is a network called the peritubular capillaries, and they'll be important for reabsorption and secretion. Take a look a little bit more on this level. If we're still recording, my phone's acting up. This is a better view of a singular corpuscle, and the corpuscle includes the renal capsule, which is a round ball. If you can kind of think of it in 3 dimensions, it's got a hollow scoop taken out. This is the glomerulus. This would be the afferent or afferent arteriole. Blood will flow through the capillaries, and filtration will force material out into the proximal convoluted tubule. That's actually the first step. There are things called filtration slits here, etc. There are simple squamous cells in the capillaries, as there always are. So we have a chance to select what leaves blood and enters the nephron. This is the efferent or efferent arteriole that would ultimately become the peritubular capillaries that will either reabsorb the things that are donated that we'd really love to have back, or secrete things into the nephron that we really don't want in our bodies anymore.